Hi everyone, I'm Molly, and today I will be going through some of my sketchbooks. These are from a wide range of dates, from high school all the way through college and up to now. So I'll just be going through pretty much all of these. We'll see how long that takes. And I'll just let you know kind of my process and what I was doing and the inspiration behind them. So let's get started. So starting off strong, this is the notebook that I had in my senior year of high school, which was 2020. As you can see, we've got some words, and that's me on stage and my dog, and just a couple more pictures. This is me and my friend. You know, just the basic collage stuff. This was actually for a school project. Lord. So before I get to this mess of a person, this is basically the first earliest sketchbook of mine that I have. Please be nice. I was just learning how to do faces. I realized she looks a little scary. So this was one of the first portraits I ever did. This is just some jumbled mess, but I was so proud of this. I don't know if it's a specific person. I think I was going for like a Billie Eilish vibe. This was in 2020, so around that time, but I'm still to this day, I'm very proud of that. And this is another slightly odd looking. Proportions are off a little bit, but you know, we get what we were going for. This is a little collage in April 2020, just a couple sketches. I actually really like this guy. It's kind of a religious piece, you know, just, it says, "Are you even listening? Amen." And then it has the Our Father recited in the center. I was pretty confused at the time, and I think it emulates that well. This is in June of 2020. Dealing with perspective a little bit, I think. Woman, yeah. This was in 2022, so we're getting into my college years now. This is mostly when I was coming home for breaks and stuff. Also, this was my sketchbook that I mostly used for just like silly stuff. So there's a lot of random things in here, whatever I didn't want to like waste a good sketchbook on, I guess. I allow myself to be freely creative. I remember being into this at some point with the numbers and shit. I actually like this one. It looks like a kind of a thought process. I am really not going to put this on the internet, but just for me, I really like this. It says, "I remember riding down the elevator to go sit outside the hospital doors. I didn't get that privilege much. Today I am in Dallas, writing to myself and spending the day doing whatever I'd like to." This little blurb at the top especially really sticks with me. I kind of wish I had a date on this. I think it was about 2 years ago, but I'm actually in Dallas now still, and I think about that privilege a lot, so I really like that page. Oh, we've got a couple collages. So this is a collage that I made with just about everything in it. We've got some flowers and just a bunch of magazine clippings, some weed clippings, of course. This is from Boo Radley's at home. And this is Nyosa, which I didn't actually go to, but my friend did, and I liked the tickets. So, really no thought process behind this. This is the Arch at home as well in downtown. This is from August of 2022. Just a big... there's a lot of thick paint application on this. It says August in here. It's got a very complimentary color vibe. That's really it. I put some crazy mascara on her so she looks emo. I actually quite like this page. This page doesn't look like all that much. Whoa. But I actually really enjoy it. I like the lines. I like this expression of this guy. This is a ticket from my hometown to my college town, and both of these guys' expressions, there's something pissed off and annoyed about them, and I like this page. Stranded in Salt Lake City. Oh, this was my Salt Lake City. So this is all from the time that me and my boyfriend got stuck in the Salt Lake City airport overnight. I thought it had a lot of paper from then, and I think it emulates kind of the chaos that we were feeling. I really like this one as well. One just says, "What?" I was into a lot of words at the time, I think. It looks like that was it. Shout out to my breakthrough teacher who made me start this sketchbook. On to the next one. So this is the second sketchbook I'm going to be doing, and I've just got some things stapled, actually. They're not even in any kind of... I believe this is a Strathmore sketchbook. I have a couple of these that I'm going to show. I was in this sketchbook at the same time as this one, but it had a bit more of a... This is a mixed media sketchbook, so I was able to do a lot more in this one. So this is my first page, and I love this guy. He's from 2020. This is right when I was kind of settling into college a little bit, and kind of first when I started to do all these faces, which became sort of a thing for me. So I love him. He's one of my favorite guys. Here's another one of those guys. He seems to have a beret on. This was actually one that was based off one of my friends at the time. She doesn't look like that, but I was just really vibing with this kind of style. I don't know if you could call it style. I do. This is another one of the guys that I really like. I had a migraine kind of on this side of my face, and I kind of drooped him down a little bit more because of that. Again, just using some watercolor. This is just colors. I don't know. This is just a quick scribble. It says, "It seems I'm lost in the jumble of it all," from August of 2020. Was feeling very kind of stressed at the beginning of school. This is kind of another, I don't know if you would call it surrealist or just weird, but I actually quite like this as well. Sorry if you can hear my dog chewing in the background. She's sitting with me. But we've got a lot of eyes, and she seems to be a little bit sad. This is one of my favorites. You can see I was doing a lot of faces at this time, but this guy is oil pastel. I'm not sure exactly what the vibe was while I was making him, but he's one of my favorites. I actually turned him in for a project, so I really like this guy. I think he has a lot of character. This is just a collage with another guy. Don't ask me what this says because I can't really decipher it. But I really enjoy words as well as faces like this, just being kind of silly. You could stop and read this if you want, but I believe I was just kind of, going through it, thinking about the past a little bit. And I believe that the background of this is actually coffee and some colored pencil and markers, just a mix of a lot of things. This is another collage I did when I was home from college. There's a lot of stuff on here. Are you feeling disposable? Sterling. There's a little cow up there. Sun. A big black blob. There's a lot going on in this one, and I like it. Who knows what this is? I actually think it says I went up back and retouched it in 2021. It was a whole bunch of nothing, and I kind of saw a woman's face in there, so that's what I did. Nothing special. These are two more guys, David and Goliath. This was another one I did that kind of creeped me out at the time, but again, all of these are somewhat emulating, what I was feeling or what kind of state of mind I was in at the time. So I like them all. Just some contour, like figure drawing. We've got some hands over here. Yeah, that was actually for class. We've got a vape over here, which I don't use anymore. But this kind of is the star of my show, personally. I never do line work like this, so I was very proud how it turned out. You can see I even signed it. Very proud of that one. This is another guy. Who would have known? But, you know, just kind of emulating a lot of worry. I think this is like a, I don't know what this is. Something, it says COVID something. It's a medical document. This is from 2021, early 2021. This is another guy. I think I was really into faces at this time. But he seems like very tired, very worn out. This is in the second semester of my first year, so that checks out. This was based off a very stressful and anxious event for me. I did a lot of, I believe this was a paper towel with some ink on it. I was doing some blotting techniques and just a lot of black and white and stress. A peaceful mountain scene. Again, not really taking any of these things too seriously. There's a lot of sketches. I usually use art less as a finished product and more as kind of an experience. So this was half my glasses for class. Another very stressful collage. There's a lot going on here, and I think that was the goal. This was right around my birthday of my freshman year. This was a concept for one of my projects for school. I might be able to put it in here. Mushroom. This was very hectic. I don't know what's going on here. I actually burned the page a little bit. I can actually see a face in here, so I was probably going for that. This is the cover of a book that I bought off from Goodwill. I'd love to be on an island in the sun, but instead I am here and I think too much. This is a concept sketch. You can't even see it. This one is another collage of I have a bunch of magazine clippings that I keep, and these were the ones that were drawing to me. There's just some Sharpie paint watercolor in the back. This is actually a spread that I did. Just mostly based off color composition. This was in April of 2021. I think it feels very springy. This is another magazine collage. I like this composition too. This, I was going through it, let's be real. She was pissed about something that was probably irrelevant, but she was 19, so whatever. This, again, it's kind of like, what even is this? But I remember feeling a very big sense of relief and kind of accomplishment after I completed it. So one of those things that's more about the process than the finished project. Yeah, this one is one of the ones where I just know that art works for me because I was feeling a lot of things, and this helped. So this is actually an ink pull. So I put some string, laid it down, closed the book, and actually pulled it out. And this is what I came up with. Some watercolor pencils. So it's meant to be kind of a full spread, even though they're not identical. I like this pregnant dude in the corner. And this feathery guy might be my favorite. He's pretty cool. Another guy. Another collage. Another ink pull with just some random dotting. I thought these guys were cool. I think this one's my favorite. Just another face. She's trying real hard. I actually really like this line work down here. It's very intricate, very small ball pen. I don't remember what I used. Probably a micron. More colors, more concepts. You know, just feeling through the paper. Oh, this guy, I love him. So this is some acrylic paint, maybe, mixed with charcoal, microns, some colored pencils. I actually quite like how this one turned out. I think he's cool. I think he has kind of an air of, you know, he's content, but he's not thrilled. He's not upset. He's just kind of living, and I I really like him for that. This is more technical than I usually am. We've got a skeleton in the background with the rib cage and everything, and then a girl with a band-aid on her nose. I don't remember if that was a reference or not, but actually there's something off about this, but I think the eyes are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was learning in this sketchbook. I still am learning. I want to say I'm not a good artist, but that's not true. Just not a very technical one. So I actually like these as a spread as well. This is crazy, whatever it is. I like the way it looks, but couldn't explain it to you. This is more of a moody piece. I really like this candle in the corner. Even more emo, potentially, if you could believe it. Heart in the middle, and then I believe this was ink that I blew with a straw, so it kind of looked like veins. This is a painting of a night, the trees at night. I quite like this. It's very simple. It's very Bob Ross of me. It's just acrylic paint. Doesn't show up very well on camera, but there's actually a lot of purples and the greens are pretty bright. So I like how it turned out color-wise. This is my lovely, lovely friend Ainsley. I actually sent this to her. This is just a cutout of a photo. It was a very important day for me, and she was right by my side, so I love her very, very much. Way more surface level, but here we have an alien. Another collage. Rainbow face. I don't know what he's feeling. This is still 2021. This is very weird, very unfinished. Just more doodles. This was my flower vase. I actually quite like this one. Oh, this one I am actually very happy with. So this was acrylic paint, and I actually cut out pieces of a potato that was about to go bad, and I painted with a potato. So I really like how this one turned out. This is another potato drawing. It's actually my favorite of how they turned out. So kind of everywhere the skin didn't pick up paint, kind of made something with that. So here's a boot, and this is just a crazy lady, I guess. Broken heart, and a little sheet of paper. Very detailed collage. I love this guy. He's pissed. I don't know why. Got some mountains in the background, it looks like. Just a lot of texture. Crazy. I don't know what that is. You know what? I think that I smushed these pages together and pulled them apart, and that's kind of why there's a little bit of mirroring happening here. She's a mystery sleuth. Not sure what that's about. This was kind of a pre-inspiration for an oil painting I was gonna do and never ended up finishing it because I didn't know how to oil paint. But I do now, so maybe I'll actually get to it one day. Yeah, this was a concept that I unfortunately feel very often now. I was at home after Christmas, and it was just one of those years in your early 20s where you realize that the home that you grew up in is, I don't live there anymore, so just adjusting to that is pretty difficult. A landscape with books and tape and craziness. See, this is a lot of my sketchbooks, is like, this is just glued. I don't understand. I don't know where I was going. I was just feeling things and wanted to put it on paper, so there's that. These are both just ink and watercolor. Again, nothing definitive. This might be a tree. I kind of like this. I don't remember making it, so that's kind of cool. And I believe this is the last thing I made in this sketchbook. Again, don't really know what's happening here. A lot of conceptual lines, and I believe this is either colored pencil or watercolor pencil, or both. That is the end of this sketchbook. So, as I suspected, this video is getting a little bit long. I only covered my first 2 sketchbooks ranging from 2020 to 2022, roughly. I still have about 5 more staring me in the face, which is a crazy amount. I guess I talk too much. I will be posting those shortly, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed my first 2, and hopefully they will get better from here.